If you're writing the MBA CET exam, this is for you. I mean, specifically if you're from slot 2 or later. For slot 1, we have a separate video. This is specifically for students who are writing the next exams. What should they find from the previous students? I mean, first of all, should they find or not? I mean, yes, they should. There will always we have seen an advantage of finding information from the previous slot students as compared to not finding out. Unless you feel that it will create extra stress or something on that, you need not. But on a whole, if you have no problems, do go and find out information from the previous lawsuits. Now, what information you should know and what information you should ignore. Now, what to find out? Kind of a type of question that have come. I mean, whether it's some new type of question that came in or something different, just in case. I mean, sometimes what happens is certainly some new type of questions come in which come across all slots. So, going to those type of questions helps. So, the number of questions of each type. I mean, was a higher weightage for puzzles or was a higher weightage for the difficult level of different type of questions. Where puzzles more difficult, where RC is more difficult, where RC is more lengthy, and details of any new type of question. Now, what happens is that when a person comes out of the examination, his perception could be different. I mean, you ask two people, they may talk answer differently. One may say, "Oh, puzzles are very difficult." One may say, "No, puzzles are okay." So in that case, you will find it very difficult to comprehend. So don't take up all this data on face value. I mean, unless you talk to a lot of people and got some idea about it, great. But if you've not, then don't take it on face value. I mean, what we mainly need to look at is specifically for new type of questions. When you new type of questions, and what was the new type of questions, and the more or less weightage about it. Maybe the overall difficulty level to some extent. Yeah, if you're going for third slot, fourth slot, then yes, you would come to know more detail because there'll be analysis coming out. Then you'll come to know more about the information. But for second slot students, talk to a number of people before you form a judgment with regards to what type of questions, what is the difficulty level, etc. This helps basically to form strategy. So when it helps you to form strategy, for example, someone said that puzzles are difficult and you realize that puzzles are difficult. You may realize that I can save time in going to puzzles and maybe look it for second round or completely discard puzzles. But maybe I can change my strategy a bit to help me understand that if these type of questions are tough and these type of questions are easy, then this is what I'll do. Okay. So you and also you get an idea of the type of question that you will solve or you leave. I mean, if someone comes and says, "Oh, these are type of questions which are tough," maybe you leave those questions or you'll solve those questions. Some idea of strategy. In net, you'll always go to all the questions in the examination and try to look at whichever is easy and solve. But yes, you can formulate and help you for some strategy, right? So avoid breaking overall difficult level paper because the difficult level paper could change from slot to slot. It try to keep even as far as possible, but there is a chance that the difficult level could change. Also, remember you're fighting for people in your slot, so automatically it doesn't make sense to compare and go about it. Going with fixed mindset for the exam, avoid. I mean, oh, he told me this, so this is the case. This is what I've seen a lot of problems. People say, "Oh, the paper was tough, so this paper has to be tough," and so when they go in the exam saying the paper is tough, but actually the paper is easy, and the strategy went for a toss. So don't try to look at very hard find. Be flexible in the examination. Look at the paper and adapt to the paper based on what you are seeing as such. Okay. And type in different level of question could change from one slot to second slot. I've seen that happening. One slot there was one type of question, second slot there were different type of questions. That could change. So when you ask for information, don't say that this is definitely. You'll give some idea to form a strategy, but it should not be a red line. You should try to be more flexible as far as possible as far as examination is concerned. Just go and do your best. That's what's important. And as long as you do that, you will do well. Thank you and all the best for your exam.